not really professional drivers, and some of them are here for their very first time, while others come back year after year. This series consists of 4 elimination derbies. The first and second place winners will have their cars impounded after each event, and will have 10 minutes at the conclusion of the 4th derby to get their cars ready for the final. Before the 3rd derby gets underway, let's look at some of the highlights from the first 2 events. Four drivers have qualified for the championship final. The 3rd derby will begin with the starter's green flag and end when only 1 car is left running. And the windup sign is given now, and it's changing. Here it comes. Full green flag, and competition in elimination round number 3 is underway. Car 54, where are you? Randy Peters tries to lay one in with the Mercury. Misses and gets hit by number 52, Larry Warren. It's time to protect that radiator and lay those blows in. Because remember, they're dividing up some pretty good cash out of these 4 elimination rounds. $800 to win, $500 to be declared 2nd place, and $300 for 3rd. Plus, you get to move up into the grand finale if you finish 1st and 2nd. The number 53, the station wagon that was in your picture for just a minute. Rona Connors, a mother of 3. We'll talk more about her in a little while. But look at this action over in the corner as 65 tries to send them on out. Mike Lesmeister. And car 54. Oh, Randy Peters, you are amazing to watch, lad. Throw it back into reverse. Oh, and there's Rona. Rona Connors, the mother of 3 out of Palmdale in the pink station wagon. Still, very few cars are ineligible. In fact, let's look back at Rona Connors. This is her first time. She's a rookie at this game, but not doing too badly right there. I asked her before the event, how do you practice for something like this?
It was funny because my husband was on the hood of the car, and he was making me go backwards, and he'd say, when I say bang, it means go back into drive and go forward. So every time we went into bang, I'd stop and I'd go forward, and then I'd go back again. He'd say bang. So and I said, what happens now? You know, you're not back there telling me, you know, bang. So what do I do?
He never fell off the hood?
No, he didn't fall off.
How is he as a coach?
He's all right. You know, but everybody gets nervous, especially when their husband or their father or somebody's telling them.
$800 up to win this thing. Did that influence you at all?
Yeah.
You're going for the money?
Yeah. I want the money.
Rona may be hunting the money, but she just took a hit to the left front corner of her pink station wagon. A veteran of 9 years in this form of competition is the driver of number 55, right there, Richard Lander. And we know he's having a good time. I can guarantee it. I asked him earlier, what's it like to drive one of these cars?
It's better than sex, I tell you. It's only once a year, but it's a lot of fun. A whole bunch of fun. You got to be in the car to know what it's like.
Well, being in the car right now, I have a feeling would be a rocky experience. Early stages now of elimination event number 3, and number 61 coming in with the chair on the roof. That's the easy way to identify him, Donnie Beeson's 69 Buick. They spent a lot of time painting those tires. You can see the traction has not improved a lot either. The water truck's been out between rounds and put down a little bit more water, although it isn't as flooded as it was for the first of the elimination round. Car 67 back there working his way through the distance. That's J.R. Engel in a 72 Plymouth. We'll talk more about him later. He's a local disc jockey, and he's actually broadcasting from inside the car. Not many of them have dropped out of the competition yet. You know, you've got to stay parked for that full 2 minutes, and wait a minute, there's one going up in smoke. Oh, it's number 53, Rona, whom we just visited with. Or maybe she'll get it to restart. We've seen some miracles already. Uh-oh, watch this one. Going to push him right out of the park. And going out is number 68, Gordon Hansen. And I was hoping to tell you more about that car because it was the only front-wheel drive car. In fact, it's his front wheels that are out into the ditch. Maybe we'll get a chance to check at him later. Ooh, there he is. Yeah, see, the front-wheel drive Cadillac trying to dig his way back out of the ditch. Number 70 coming in with a little authority there, Greg Durfan. 73 still running even though the right rear is definitely flat. Audie Murphy, a 74 Chevy. And he tries to put the number 57 car on out over the wall. Robert Thomason at the wheel of that. Ooh. You know, when they get wedged in, I mean, I'm not an expert at this either, but I find that if you can wedge a car in and wedge your opponent into a position where he can't move anymore, he's as done as ever, even if his transmission is still working. 52, there is not much left working on that car. Larry Warren, a 74 Mercury when it started the evening. Oh, and he takes another hit, but keeps right on going. 57, the one that's turned sideways right in the center of your screen. Robert Thomason, 71 Plymouth, gets back out of there with some authority. Wiley Richards, though, takes a hit on him with that number 56 Oldsmobile. And earlier we talked about J.R. Engel and his broadcast. Let's listen in.
Head-to-head. Oh, almost got sandwiched there. Another fire on the field, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, yeah?
Oh!
You can play that game.
Two can play that game.
I gotta put this guy in gear and start her up again. Uh-oh. Turn my switch on. How's that?
Turn your car.
Boy, that sounds like a busy broadcast to be involved in. There is a fire in a car out there. I can't see the number of the car, but the firemen right on the scene with the bottle, they should put it under control here in just a moment. Boy, that's flaming up pretty well. That's the number 52, a 74 Mercury, Larry Warren. I'm amazed that that car is even running at all. It has taken some serious damage. There's no damage showing there. Number 67, the disc jockey, JR. In fact, he's kind of been lurking over in the background, kind of just barely hitting people, just lightly tapping them. That's number 59, Carol Gulick, one of the other ladies that is driving in competition. Big windup and a hit. And JR got out of there without any damage once again. He was in the right gear. 75 Pat Cappy was the one who tried to make the hit. Another small flame job in the back there. But again, one of the fire officials right on the scene. There's the disc jockey, JR. A little bit of damage to him, but not a lot. And we're down to where there aren't a lot of cars left running. And there are many of them that are just totally wasted. And JR looks like he's in pretty good shape. Trying to put the finishing touches to 75, Pat Cappy. On the driver's door, or didn't it look like it? That's supposed to be a gauche maneuver. 2, maybe 3 left running, that's all. Again, a small flame there, but these fire officials have really been Johnny on the spot. 59, Carol Gulick, one of the few left in competition, trying to put a hit on JR. And there's that Cadillac that's got his front wheels out into the ditch. One of our few left running, number 73, Audie Murphy. That's a 74 Chevy. And here's JR. Ooh, front ends both. Audie Murphy and JR. And that might have left Audie Murphy done for the evening. I count 3 moving. We got to get with the officials and make sure which 3 are legal. 56, I think, is legally in this competition. That's Wiley Richards out of Palmdale. And I was going to say, there might be only 2 left moving after that hit, but number 58 continues on, Bob McCullough, a 68 Plymouth. Sure it was a 68 Plymouth. You can tell, can't you? JR, one of the few left. Planting one more right there. You know, the crowd not loving this guy. They've been watching him through this whole competition, and they're not in love with the performance of the local disc jockey. Number 58, Bob McCullough, gets one more hit, and that might have been, even though it was a light tap, that might have been just enough to put McCullough away. Here comes one more. Not very artfully put in a position. Let's see where JR's headed now. A fire has broken out once again in a car that has been abandoned. Effectively, the driver was taken out of it a while ago when it caught on fire the first time. And now they're trying to keep it from being a real crispy critter. Wiley Richards in the white car putting a driving hit from his 75 Oldsmobile onto JR. And the crowd reacts favorably to that as once again there's a small fire. This one, event number 3, has had the most fire. Here comes JR against Wiley Richards in what may be the telling blow. That might have been the payoff blow to end this because JR looks like the only car running. Yes, they have given him the checkered flag. And check this out. The crowd is not in love with it. Once again, first and second place car will be impounded. Number 56, Wiley Richards, and number 67, J.R. Ingalls' car will both get the opportunity to come back in the finale. Now, the interesting part is that JR's car is in pretty good shape. I think he's got one flat tire, but for a survivor of this event, he's doing well. I don't know how many monthly payments it'd be, Sue, but here's the guy who comes after you if you skip many of them. Yeah, it's Freddie Fender. Car number 85, a 72 Chevy. And it's that ghoulish-looking slasher up on top of the car. And he invites other people to hit him because it feels so good. That's number 91, Scott Seymour, behind the wheel. Seymour acknowledging his introduction to the crowd. Again, 25 cars are just about ready to go. That's 100 Pat O'Donnell, one of the last of them to be moving into place. Number 96, this car did double duty in a figure-8 race last night. We might get a chance to show you more of that in a little bit. And here it is, Demolition Derby, round number 4, starting the engines. Well, not one of them. They were given the signal to just start engines, and number 93, Mike Martin, decided that was the green flag. And now the officials have said, well, we might as well, and they're waving the green flag. But 93, Martin jumped the gun heavily. Oh, they're into it now. And you might notice something else that I'm just seeing. They forgot to water, or they didn't water, in between these last two. And it has dried out a lot now. There's more traction, and they're hitting hard. Big payoff hits. 96, that's the car, Lonnie Ledesma, the one that did double duty and was also a figure-8 racer. 93, that's Mike Martin who jumped the gun. There's 85, Fender. But we haven't eliminated very many of them yet. It's early. Fender getting together with Ledesma. 94, Dave Reeder going through there. And Ledesma laying on another hit. 89, Wayne Brazil in the blue car. Punching his own right front corner in. 100, O'Donnell in the tire store car getting a hit from the number 94, Dave Reeder. Chasing now is Robert Watts, 76. Number 90, Jim Burns, a sitting duck, and 97, Randy Holycross delivers a blow. That's Tom Thomas trying to get it into gear. The action, fast and furious, and now, as hard as they've been hitting, we've eliminated over a third of the 25 cars. Oh, my. If you're out of it and you're sitting there, it must feel so helpless to have them just come barreling into you. 81, grabbing a gear. Steve Kassoff getting away. 92 right there, backing up. Jerry English drills one home. From above, we can see that there's at least half of the cars now appear to be stopped. But remember, they got to stay stopped for a full 2 minutes before they're technically out of the scoring. 94, stout hit for Dave Reeder. 92, Jerry English circling around. His car has already absorbed quite a bit of punishment. And the 75 Volts gets ready to dish out a little bit more as he goes hunting for somebody. There's Freddie Fender. And, he gets a rather stout blow from number 96, Lonnie Ledesma. Shakes his fists at him, and here he comes. Here, Lonnie, here's the payback instantly. Number 77, backing up, trying to lay one in also. John Stegman out of Quartz Hills, the 74 Chevy. Now 83 has got momentum going with him. He's going to try and send him out. Look at this, Old Faithful, the Kaiser. Brian Palmer, a 75 Ford wagon, who does have radiator problems? I'd say so. 98, stuck in, hooked in traffic as Dave Kipp, a 76 Chrysler, was stacked. And did they push 77 out of the arena or not? They're still trying, but he's fighting his way back. 77, Stegman gets back into the arena and stays eligible. Wow, I'm amazed. There, another big hit. 91, Scott Seymour, a 70 Chrysler. I think this guy wants out. He says, can I get out of here? I have had it. Hooked to him right now is the number 96, Lonnie Ledesma. Before the event, I asked Ledesma if he had any friends in the grandstand.
Yeah, we bought about $300 worth of tickets, and so I got quite a bit of crowd out here tonight myself.
What are you going to do? Give me your strategy now. The flag turns green, and what happens?
I'm taking no prisoners.
I found that a refreshing attitude to have, Lonnie Ledesma. Meanwhile, driving in down below is 91 Scott Seymour, the 70 Chrysler, hooking to 92 Jerry English, and right there they're going by Lonnie Ledesma, who looks like he's being held prisoner right now as he's hooked up with apparently no horsepower. 81 Steve Cassatt, still an eligible contender, but we'd be smoking heavily there. I thought I saw maybe 5 of them running, but these two have got to get separated. 91 Seymour and 92 English are both trying to go opposite directions, and some of the other competitors trying to deal a blow there. 90 Burns in one of the station wagons and 100 O'Donnell in the other wagon are 2 of the other competitors yet running at the moment. Here comes 77 around. John Stegman. 83 was getting a little help through there in traffic. Roger Riddell. And off into the ditch is 100 Pat O'Donnell. He's not getting out of there. Oh! What a hit! The crowd loved that hit. 91, Seymour belts one home. 77 and 81, big miss right there. Oh, and Freddie Fender got a hit. Now he's talking to a Fender. Look at how much shorter the hood is on that car. Put it into reverse. Do the damage. 78 taking a lick is James Danton. 85 there, circling in front of you. Freddie Fender with the 72 Chevy just skins by one. 83. That was a hit to the driver's door. That's the one that they don't like to do. Roger Riddell taking the hit. Fender. Is he going to get it to run once again? The nightmare of Division Street, shaking his fist out. He's been working the crowd, working even the other drivers that are parked, and somehow that car continues to run. Into the weeds you go. Be done with you now. 77 went off into the weeds. John Stegman. Oh, and that's a rather stout fire. He's got his helmet off, and he's decided we're getting out of this deal. Meanwhile, the fire extinguisher on the scene. That's been one busy fireman that we've seen working several times. Freddie Fender. Powered by me, it says on the side. And I bet the power steering working quite... Look at that steering wheel spinning around in there. Can't be connected anymore to tie rod. Well, who's left running? I see 91 moving, Seymour. He puts a telling blow, possibly on 85. The 85 car has absorbed so much damage. Look at that steering wheel just spinning around. Coming in and hitting him was 87. And look out, coming from the other angle now is Seymour once again. Oh, that had to do it. That's got to be the end for Freddie Fender. So still possibly running our 91 Seymour. Moving away from the incident is 87 Tom Thomas. So far, though, Seymour has... There he goes. Pulling away now. So the 91 car is running. Whether or not Freddie Fender can run, I'm doubting it. I just can't believe it. Well, it moved. It moved, so hang on. His 2 minutes is still running. Seymour's running. Someone that has stopped is the number 87 car. Tom Thomas, the blue car off in the right of your picture, who just left that last incident. And Freddie rolls. The crowd goes crazy, and once again, Seymour puts in another hit. Because the 87 car, Thomas, is parked, and they figure he's out of the action. Seymour, once again, on Freddie Fender. And the crowd here at the Antelope Valley Fairgrounds is just pumped about this. It's got to be it, right? I mean, this has got to be all that Freddie's car can take, Freddie up on the roof can take, anybody can take. And number 91 comes back one more time. All right, 91, Seymour, the 70 Chrysler. Wait, who's that? That's 94, and he just fired up. Dave Reeder in the number 94 car. The officials have told me that Reeder has been sitting now for much longer than his 2 minutes, and technically he is disqualified. But who's going to run out there and tell him? And did you hear that crowd? Yeah, Fender is rolling once again. He can't steer it. He can't point it anywhere, but technically he's still moving. Number 94, the ineligible car, Dave Reeder. He's got his gun sight set, and he lays one in on Fender. Did you see the right front wheel on that car? Almost gone, folded in underneath. It appears as though the judges have declared this one an over and declared a winner. And that winner is number 91, Scott Seymour, which the crowd enjoys. But the part that they are now enjoying even more is that number 85, Freddie Fender, has been decided as the second place driver. Look at this, Fender working the crowd. He's enjoying it. I don't think he's going to have an awful lot to contribute, though, when we come back to the finale. Seymour ends up $800 richer after round number 4, and Freddie Fender $500 richer. The first and second place cars that were impounded after each of the derbies have now been released to their anxious pit crew, and they'll have to reassemble them into running order and get them lined up in just 10 minutes. That's a short amount of time considering the extensive damage. Will they all make it? I wonder. The green flag waits for no one. Earlier, we promised you some figure-8 racing, and now's the perfect time to take a look at what happened last night on this fairgrounds while they work on their cars. We're back for the final championship derby, the finale, where 6 of them have made it, 2 did not make it back, and we're green flag already. Oh, hit him right away. JR gets drilled right there by Ledesma in the number 6 car. Here comes number 49, Dick Sanders, in to put a telling blow. Now, there is a rule change in this finale that's different than we've been watching up until now. Ooh, big punch in there by the station wagon, and Sanders again lays another. The rule change is that if you're going to sit idle, you can only sit idle for 1 minute in this finale. Up until now, it's been 2 minutes where you can unhook yourself or whatever. But you have to make progress in 1 minute or you can be eliminated here. And it's $500, winner take all. Every one of these guys has already got money in their pockets from an earlier competition. 49, Sanders once again putting in a shot on JR, the disc jockey. In fact, the disc jockey's car, oh, I was going to accuse it of looking bad. The roof has collapsed on Sanders' car, and here comes JR with another hit against Ledesma in the number 6. Sanders is still moving. So also is the number 17 car. In fact, let's set up who all is in there. 49 Sanders, number 6 Ledesma, J.R. Engel in 67, Ed Penner was in car 38. That off into the ditch is J.R. and the crowd loves it. There's Penner, the number 38 car, still rolling. Ledesma, the white car in the middle, trying to keep the disc jockey out of the arena. Meanwhile, Dave Burgess in the 63 Chevy that's starting to smoke heavily is still moving. And the disc jockey climbed out of the Grand Canyon. How did he do that? He's still got to get himself out from being pinned in the corner, though, and Ledesma's going to keep him there. And Penner rolls just a little bit. So I've seen at least 4 of them move in the last little while. The crowd's going crazy. I think we're down to about 3 cars left. Number 6, Ledesma, puts in a rather stout hit on Penner in the number 38 car. And so far, there's Ledesma. Here comes JR in the black car. And JR trying to get it around where he can hit him with the heavy side of that Plymouth. Meanwhile, the Chevy station wagon starting to be a real smudge pot out there in the corner. Ledesma circling and JR circling, and they appear to be the only two cars left. Nope, Penner just moved once again. $500, but only one guy gets to even see it. Ledesma's white car circling, ever circling. And JR trying to get a shot at him. Here comes Penner now trying to figure out where they are. He's got to look around his trunk lid. Number 17, Dave Burgess, the 63 Chevy with no tire on that rim that's spinning on the right rear. The officials have just informed me that he is ineligible. He was parked for more than 1 full minute, and all of his movement now is for nothing. The only one really moving is number 6, Ledesma. And we're checking with the officials right now. They are signifying that this is over. They have declared Ledesma, Art Ledesma, the winner here of the Tournament of Destruction, the champion among the champions. And now $1,300 richer with the 5 he just took when that checkered flag flew.